Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to test out this set of watercolor that I bought from Daiso, which is a department store that sells everything at $2. So these 8 bottles of watercolor paint cost me $2. Let's see how good or bad they are. The paint is made with water, talc, glycerin and glue, and this is actually made by Daiso. If I were to buy empty plastic bottles, they may actually be more expensive compared to what I have here. This is such a bright color, and this yellow as well. It's almost fluorescent. I'm actually quite amazed by this color. It looks so out of the world. Let me try not to get any paint on my fingers. My first impression when I saw the paint was, ew, this looks like jelly. Alright, let's test them out. You know what? I'm not going to use my sable brush. I'm going to use another brush. The label said there's glue inside, so I don't want the glue to stick to my hair. So I'm using this very worn out watercolor brush that I have. Have you seen paint like this? And it applies like jelly as well. It almost dissolves on the paper. I mean the color, it dissolves and disappears. This is actually quite funny. Let me add more paint to see if I can get the intensity I want. It's very gooey. It really feels like it's made with glue, and I definitely made the right choice by not using a proper watercolor brush. Let's see if I can wash this off with water. Alright, it does wash off, thankfully. Let me try the red and do a close-up to let you see. I'm actually at a loss of words at how to describe this. It's like painting with some sort of paste, some sort of glue. It looks very unpleasant and it feels very unpleasant working with this. Let's try blue. You can't see my face right now, but I'm showing an expression of disgust. See how the paint actually shapes the brush? And this is what happens when I try to wash the brush. Can you see the blue paste? This is bad. This is very bad. Looking at all this paint actually makes me feel unwell. Yeah, so this is going to be the last color that I'm going to swatch out. And now let's do some color mixing. We don't have orange, so I'm going to mix an orange with these 2 colors. I was actually thinking of mixing the paint on my plastic palette, but I don't feel like doing that because of what we have here. So let's just mix the paint on paper. It's very difficult to describe what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling quite confused right now. There's this sense of awe and disgust. Wow. Let me add a bit more yellow to it. It's very difficult to mix the paint as well because, as you can see, it's very gooey. Is there such a word as gooey? If you apply the paint too thick, there will be this thick consistency and it's not going to dry. So parts of the initial swatches, they are actually not dry. This is how the paint looks at close-up. And this is how the paint looks on the surface if you don't spread it thin enough. Now that this is dry, the color intensity, it doesn't look too bad, except for yellow, which is still very washed out. The color is actually intense enough, but this is really more for children. It's quite difficult to produce a completely flat wash because of the gooey nature of the paint. This is definitely the most disgusting and obnoxious paint I have ever used. You get what you pay for definitely applies here. I think I'm going to scoop out the paint and reuse the plastic bottles. The bottles are useful, but the paint not so much. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about this paint. Have you used paint that is so bad that it makes you feel unwell? I would love to hear from you. Alright, thanks for watching. I need to go clean up my brush now.